A lot of people don't know I kayak in contacts. You can paddle whitewater and wear contacts comfortably without them washing out. Let's talk about contacts. It's really important to see where you're going when you're kayaking. And if you wear contacts on the water, then you know the feeling. You're paddling on a rapid, you need to see where you're going, and one splash, your contact's either gone or worse, it gets blurry. It's out of line, you can't see anything in front of you. And if you've got sunscreen in your eyes, it may look like that all day until you change out your contacts to a different pair. The good news is you can wear contacts and kayak most of the time safely and comfortably. And while you should always take your eye doctor's advice and always check in with a doctor if you're wearing contacts before you do it, my goal here is to share the information of how I've comfortably kayaked in contacts for more than 30 years. The two biggest problems that I hear about with contacts most of the time just involve splashes and sunscreen and lost contacts. But the biggest issue can actually be infection. With a background in microbiology and molecular cell sciences, I can assure you that the water is not clean. And contact disinfectants, even good ones, can't kill everything floating in your local stream. Eye infections from river water can easily cause irritation, ulcers, and even permanent damage and vision loss. But in my experience, you can mitigate the risk. Modern contacts focus on eye health and comfort, and for good reason. They're more breathable, more permeable to oxygen, and better for the eyes. They also retain more moisture so that they're more comfortable for longer. And even modern contact solutions have followed the trend toward comfort, and that's usually a good thing, except for water sports like kayaking. While modern contacts are better for your eyes, they have only gotten worse for sports like whitewater kayaking. So, here's what I've learned, and your eye doctor is probably not going to like it. The best contacts for kayaking are less breathable, less permeable to oxygen, not as good for your eyes. They retain less moisture, so they're not as comfortable. The problem is they also collect protein deposits faster. They get dirty faster. So, you need to use disposable contacts and take them out of your eyes after paddling. It's essential that you trade them out regularly, clean them effectively, and even change out your lens case often. I recommend AccuView 2 disposable contacts for kayaking and surfing and other water sports where contacts can easily get splashed out of your eyes. They stick to your eyes really well, they're disposable and only meant for 2 weeks, and they stay in your eyes when you get splashed. I take them out of my eyes immediately after the river and put in my normal, comfortable, breathable, moisture-retaining daily pair of contacts. I use separate lens cases always. I color code them using a blue case for water contacts. That lets me know that I can assume they're probably dirty. I clean the cases by boiling them, and I trade them out regularly. Don't assume that your contact solution is going to kill anything your contacts pick up on the river. I only use the most basic contact solutions for kayaking and water sports. I avoid anything that boasts extra comfort, lasting comfort, moisture plus, and stick to only the basics because anything that adds comfort and moisture helps the contacts wash out more easily. I splash my eyes when I first get in the water or if my face gets really dry because a pre-splash helps them stick to the eyes and keeps them from washing out. Sometimes I do this even if I end up having to kayak in my normal daily pair, like when I run out of river contacts. I have found that the AccuView Vita do pretty well for daily use and kayaking, but I don't recommend doing that. So what I do if I'm out of my river contacts is I kayak in the contacts that I should be about to throw away. That way if I lose one, it's not a big deal, but it also keeps me from wearing them for a long time or for wearing them during the day after kayaking. Once I kayak in a pair of contacts, I keep them completely separate from anything that I use for daily wear. I put them in my river case and I only wear them on the water. When I wear sunscreen, I only wear clear zinc on my face and I give it plenty of time to dry so that way it won't wash into my contacts. Of course, I always recommend talking with your eye doctor and getting a regular eye exam. But with decades of river and ocean time and contacts, this is what works for me. You can wear contacts and be a whitewater kayaker or surfer or do any sort of adventure water sport.
If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe. I know it's crazy to always have to ask for subscribers and likes. It's not for my ego, I promise. It really just helps me keep the channel going. Without your support, YouTube doesn't think it's special. And it also affects the type of opportunities I get down the road and the ways that I can get paid down the road. So please hit that subscribe button just to support. There's also another way you can support. Go to my website and sign up for my email list, and then you'll be one of the first to know when I'm doing an instructional opportunity near you. And now that includes virtual coaching. So I can do a virtual video review with you or virtual consultations as well. So make sure you go to my website and check that out at boydruppelt.com. I'll see you on the river.